Well, hi everyone. My goodness, I listen to my videos and I say the same thing. Hi everyone. It's kind of like my voice goes up in the air, but I am reading right now The Body Keeps the Score, this book. Wow. It makes a lot of sense and it's just intense. It's a hard book to read because there's a lot of scientific things in it. But if you can get past all the scientific, stuff and get some more meat, to the book. One thing is, I went through a lot of trauma. And when I was a little girl, I actually wrote a memoir, The Journey of Josephine, that talks about the trauma that I had gone through and the things that I had to deal with. And I started my healing journey of really letting go of the past probably about 15 years ago, when I got tired of being the elephant in the room, when I got tired of people kind of walking away thinking, oh my goodness, Bambi's in the room. We don't want to hear the story anymore. But I realized, and even reading this, the journey of me healing had to do of me recreating memories, me recreating for my brain to look at situations in a different way. And it was a lot of work. For example, I was thrown out of a car when I was married. I was married for 8 years, and I was a victim of domestic violence, during those years. And so for a long time, I wouldn't sit in the passenger seat because I was afraid that if you had control of me, that you would do something to hurt me. But my trauma, I had to realize to retrain my brain, because my brain will always think about that when I went into the passenger seat. And I had to give that up each time. And each time that I came back safe, my brain was building new memories because my brain was stuck at the fact that, I don't get into a passenger seat. And that's really what this book is really teaching me and for me to understand. And they made a comment in here. The problem is sometimes with trauma is that we don't leave it. And they had this episode of this little boy. They had the story of this little boy during the 9/11, and he tells a story, but he finally came to a point that he didn't carry the trauma of that story because he let it go. And that's so much of the time that we're carrying the trauma and we're not letting it go for us to experience new things. So if you want a good book to read, and if you've gone through some trauma, this is a good book for you, and it's time to let it go.